video, just doing the final few little clicks here. Hello, hello. Just to get the last little pieces of the puzzle set up. There it goes. Scooch you over onto the big screen so I can tell that it's all active, and I'm going to hit go live on the Instagram. Alrighty. Hello, hello, wherever you are in the world. It is Australia calling, and it is in the evening here. So this practice will be more of a practice about de-escalating the nervous system, but also encouraging shoulder openings. So we want to engage with the shoulders, want to open up through the shoulders. And in that process, perhaps if you're like me and you've been typing all day, or you've just sort of started to bring yourself forward with the holding of your devices, well, this is an opportunity to open up. I would recommend having a strap or a belt, and we'll use that in our practice today. And just take a moment now to come to a comfortable seat. So sitting on a block, a prop, some cushions, rolled up blanket, crossing your legs in the variation that serves you, whether that be Sukhasana or another variation, a deeper variation, Padmasana. I don't really mind, but let's just take a moment to close down the eyes, get ourselves comfy. And place your hands on your knees and start to draw the breath in through the nose. And maybe for this first round, just sigh it out. And feel super welcome to engage into the earth, just feeling the grounding nature of the exhale breath. And feel the inhale breath to be full of abundance, to be full of lift, positivity. And then with the exhale breath, we allow ourselves just to release of what doesn't serve us, to let go of the negative things that maybe are blockages or sticky. And let's just do a couple more. And with that mind's eye awareness, with your internal compass attuned to the flow of the prana within you, start to notice if there's areas where you're gripping, you're creating tension, you're holding. It could be in the breath, it could be in the hip joints, it could be at the calves, it could be anywhere. So just take a moment to scan the body. And welcome here the opportunity to observe the nature and the quality of the breath. Notice how it draws in through the nose, and you can sense fragrance, you can sense temperature. And as the filling up of the lungs allows the body to feel nourished, you take a pause at the top of the breath, and then let the exhale breath release back to the universe and allow yourself to smooth it out. And just let the breath come and go now, natural, easy. And take the peace fingers of your right hand to your third eye. Using your thumb and your ring finger, we'll practice Nadi Shodhana pranayama practice here. It's a kriya actually, it's not a pranayama technique. It's alternate nostril breathing. Let's just take a couple of breaths in and out through the nose as I explain to you the process. So we will block the right nostril with the thumb and we'll inhale through the open left nostril. Once you've filled up, you close the left nostril and open the right nostril. And with a forceful exhale and a snap in of your belly button, it's a breath out. So it's this real cultivation of an exhale being an expiration. Then you close the right nostril and re-inhale through the left. And then you close the left and you re-exhale through the right. So you continue to go in through the left and out through the right. in through the left and out through the right. And you start to build the pace that serves you in your practice. If you're in the evening like me, you might take it a little slower, or if you're in the afternoon or the morning, wherever you are in the world, you might fire it up a little bit and cultivate that density of the fire at the Manipura chakra. So let's take a breath together. And out. Close the right nostril, inhale left. Close the left, and with the snap of the belly button in and up, exhale out through the right. Close the right, inhale left. Close the left, exhale right. Close the right, inhale left. Close the left, exhale right. Let's go with that now. Last few, and then just pause, let both nostrils open and breathe normally. And this will be the alternate nature of the breath now. We'll change up the inhale. So close the left nostril, inhale right. Close right, exhale left with that snap in and up of the belly button. And that's a forceful exhale. Close the left, re-inhale right. Close right, re-exhale left. Off we go. Good job. Lower the right hand down onto the knees and just take a moment. So tonight's practice is all about the shoulders. So give a moment to roll the shoulders up to your ears and back down, creating circular motion, fluidity in the shoulder joint. In and up and around and down and back. And for me, it normally feels not quite okay to go in the one direction, but as soon as I start to move in the opposite direction, I notice it's clunky, it's awkward. So just take a moment just to change the direction here, the movement in your shoulder. You might even notice the clickiness, the tissues being a little tighter. And then let's take the hands up to the ceiling. Inhale, reach up, rise up, tone the abdominals in and up. Twist around to the left with your right hand on the left knee and rotate deeply. And then back to center slightly on the inhale and re-rotate on the exhale breath. And then as you come back through your center, take your right arm straight out in front of you, point it forward, lift the left arm so the elbows cross. Cross the forearms and then hold the hands. Lift the elbows to your shoulder height and then press the forearms forward. And then widen the space between the shoulder blades behind you. Should feel very beneficial if you get tight in your shoulders, if you have aggravation across the upper back, even some neck stuff. Just super nice here just to hold this for 5, 4. It's really not uncommon in our everyday lives to experience shoulder discomfort and for pain to occur, especially as we spend a lot of time being very repetitive with movements. So just take another moment here. And then take the forearms to the left. So a little bend to the left and notice there what happens in your shoulder joint. And then come back through your center and see if you can take it over to the right. And then come back through your center, lift up, reach up, inhale, and then draw the elbows in towards the groin, round the spine, chin to chest, broaden upper back. And then inhale, lift back up, press the forearms up to the ceiling, draw the belly button in, and then exhale breath, round the back body, chin to chest. So if you're like me and you get a little sticky in the shoulders, need a little stretch, this is very beneficial. One more, exhale breath, hug it all in, round the back body, chin to chest. And then as you unravel, uncross, reach up, rise up, inhale, and twist around to the right. Exhale breath, left hand on right knee, right hand behind you, rotating. And then with the inhale breath, come back slightly to center, and then exhale, twist deeper, rotating around. So good for your spine and the navel center here. And then as you come back to center, take your left arm directly out in front of you, point it forward, cross your right arm over top, and then cross the forearms and hold the hands. Lift the elbows to shoulder height. Press the forearms forward and broaden the space across your upper back. Now just take a moment here, blur out the forearms in front of you, ground through your sit bones, and tone the abdominals in and up. Now for a moment, just pause, take another breath, realize how beneficial this is for those of us that type all day, that do all of these repetitive movements. And then with this motion, just take it over to the right ever so slightly. And then just take it over to the left. So it's like from 11 o'clock to 1 o'clock kind of scenario. And then as you uncross, unravel, reach up, rise up, look up, lengthen up, and then tone the abdominals in, round, lower the hands down, and fold forward, chin to chest, head heavy, neck long. See if you can use the hands to help press some of the pelvis and the buttocks back. So you get this big stretch along the spine and lengthening all the tissues, building some hydration that flows freely between all of the tissues along the back. And then as you walk the hands back towards you, if you've got your strap there, grab the strap, hold the strap in your hands. And if you don't own a strap, grab a belt or a dressing gown cord, whatever you have that resembles a belt. And grab that and then sit down on your seat, extend the arms out, hold the strap. And you want to go as wider than your shoulders. So extend the arms out quite wide. And you lift all of this up, pulling it apart gently, and then start to draw it back behind you. Proud the chest as you look forward and lift the chin. And hold here. So gently draw the strap apart behind you. Tone the abdominals, lengthen along the front of your body. From the belly button to the chin, lift. And whether you're able to do this, you can slowly, smoothly start to lower the strap behind you and it arrives at your back body. You might even take a little C shape in the spine, chin to chest, and then you start to lift all of that back up, coming over the head with the strap, and then we take it out in front of us at shoulder height and we pull the strap apart. We drop the shoulders away from the ears. And then we lower the left hand down, take the right hand overhead, and then over and around behind us, down beside you, and lift the left hand up. So it's almost like you're rowing in a canoe. Yeah, and if you're a little uncomfortable, if you're unsure, just allow something to happen that starts to texturize into the shoulders and allows for a little bit of mobility, especially here, a nice bit of mobility. And let's just take one more, down the back, up and over, and then bring it out forward in front of you and draw it apart. Proud the chest. You really want to feel anchored, yeah? You want to feel the tone of the abdominals. And then we'll do all of that again, and we'll go in the reverse direction this time. So take the hands up wide, draw the strap apart, widen the collarbones and lift the chin. Look up. And then super smoothly, super slowly, like just giving yourself that space just to start to lower it all down behind you. And at some point, you suddenly feel like, I'm just going to let this go, right? Well, at that point, stop. Hold and draw it all apart and just feel into all of how those tissues at the back body, right, between the shoulder blades, along the spine, all of the big ropey muscles running along there get a nice stretch, and then let it drop down. And then we're going to reverse it, so it'll be the right hand that lifts up, the left hand stays low. And then we row that boat, right hand down in front of us, left hand up. And then that left hand goes up behind the head and goes down and back, and the right hand up. Yeah, so important. Shoulder mobility, a big factor in a lot of what gets sticky, a lot of what causes stress, and a lot of stuff that happens in the neck can originate in the shoulder. So just this beautiful motion of moving, flowing, unsticking the stickiness, unblocking the blockages, giving yourself a bit of space for change. All right, arms up, reach up, widen, lift. Draw that strap apart. And then super smoothly lower it back down. And I think that feels a lot better. It sure does for me. Place your strap off to one side. Let's make our way onto all fours. So come forward into your tabletop position. Remove any props from underneath you. Tabletop is shoulders over wrists, hips over knees, toenails pressing down, fingers spread wide. Now, if you want to stretch for your forearms and your wrists, I highly recommend this one, where you lift your thumbs, you lift the palms, and then you shift forward into 4 fingers on each hand. So you're hinged at your first row of knuckles, and then you lift and lower the palms for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1. Then lower the palms down, lower the thumbs down, and playful sway from side to side. And here I would encourage you to change the orientation of your hands, right? So your fingers point back towards you and the creases of your elbows point forward. And you get funky in the wrists and the elbows because, again, as I've repeated a few times in our practice this evening, it is in the motion of typing all day, of holding our devices, that we draw the shoulder heads forward and we get rounding in the back and we get super stiff in the wrists and the fingers and we just don't move enough. So this is so good for you if you've got the time. Very, very beneficial. Another deep breath there. And I'll just take you through a few other stretches you can do at home. Thanks for the love, everybody on TikTok. I really appreciate it. Nice knowing you're there. You take the right hand up to the ceiling and you reach up and you look up. And first of all, let's draw circles with the hand in on the sky, right? So dinner plate size circles or whatever that means for you. And then reverse that circle. And then take a moment to re-extend the hand up. Inhale, breath. And then dive it in and under to the left. Lower right ear down. Look to the left. Slide the left hand forward and anchor here. Just anchor down. Let the body feel heavy. Feel into the discomfort, right? Feel into the awkwardness. Recognize the quality of your breath. Maybe it's a little shallow. It's not quite as deep as normal. And just let that come and go a couple of times. And then return the left hand back in front of face. Right hand back up to ceiling. Reach up. Lift up, rise up, and then lower it back down. Let's do all that on the other side, and I've got a few more stretches for you, especially useful for the shoulders. So as we reach the left hand up, we look up, we reach up, we draw those circles, so just get that mobility back in the shoulder, and then reverse the direction. And my left shoulder's always been a little more sticky than my right, and then just take a moment, lift and reach, inhale, and then dive in and under to the right, lower left ear down, slide right hand forward, and just settle into the discomfort on this side. Your hips are still over your knees, and the tops of the feet are still pressing down. And then take a breath here to return the right hand back in front of the face, pressing down through right hand to help lift you up. Left hand up, reach up, look up, rise up, and then lower the left hand down. And come back into your tabletop position. Okay, so if you own some yoga blocks at home, this one is for you. If you get tight across the upper back, I highly recommend this. You place very stable yoga blocks out in front of you in a V shape away from you, or a triangular shape if you're not sure what V is, in a triangular shape with the pointy angle coming towards you. You position yourself and be prepared to maneuver your way forward and come onto your elbows. Coming onto your elbows, you start to walk the elbows forward and create a prayer position with the hands before you drop the head between the blocks and allow the space between the shoulder blades to shorten as the chest becomes heavy and the heart and lungs drop to the earth. This is called praying mantis position, and it's a beautiful stretch into all the sticky areas under your armpits, the triceps, and across the upper back and the neck. So you could hold this for like 30 seconds. So you can hold this for quite a while. I probably won't do that here because everyone that scrolls through is just going to go like, what on earth is this dude doing? It looks boring. Thank you for that. Thank you. I appreciate knowing someone's watching. That's so nice. But I know how much shoulders can become part of the stress and fatigue of our modern lives. So useful here to find these positions. So let's just come back, and I'm already feeling super warm, super encouraged, super engaged around my shoulders. Okay, so let's just take a little cow and cat as I set you up for a couple more postures that are really, really nice. And in order to do that, I'm just going to take my watch off so I don't have it underneath me, placing it off to one side. Lying down on your back. Roll onto your right hip and take your left hand under and behind you so that the back of the hand is between your shoulder blades, and roll back onto your back. So just rolling back down, and you start to compress the weight onto the arm underneath your body. This could be enough for you, and you step the feet onto the mat, drop the knees into center, and you stay here. But if you want to add on a little more dimension, you take the right hand up, lift the head, and bend the elbows. So your head now weighs down on the forearm of the right side of your body. And all of the torso weight starts to bear down on all of the forearms and through the shoulder joints. So we've done internal rotation on the left and external rotation on the right. So hang in there for a second, because I'm going to show you in a seated position what it looks like underneath my body. So if you were able to see me from underneath, the arms look something like this. The left hand is there and the right hand is there. So this is a posture you can do in a seated position, but a lot of people can't reach here. So this is why having a strap is super beneficial, because you place the strap in your top hand and you reach for it with your bottom hand, and you can pull it like so. But if you're lying down on your back like I'm illustrating there, you're adding an extra dimension to this stretch because you've got the weight of the torso involved. So here, just take a few breaths, right? And then in order to get out, you just roll out, and I'm just going to demonstrate it on the other side so that you get that from the other perspective. So here we'll take the right arm under, place the right hand on the back, and roll back onto that arm. Then that's enough for some of you. We'll take the left arm up, lift the head, and lower the whole body down. And you just get this immense opener across the front of the shoulder when it's underneath the body, the arm that's under the body. And for me, that's a reminder of how the musculature there gets shortened all day. It comes forward as we type, as we round the back body, as we get tired, as we get stressed, as we get fatigued, right? So if you just hang in there for another moment, I'll show you again. If you could see me from underneath, it looks like this. And if you can't manage that because it's uncomfortable to lie on your back with your arms under your body, you take the strap in your top hand, and your bottom hand would reach for the strap, and then you can pull the strap apart like so. And so just to demonstrate the benefit here, you'd be at a computer all day and you're doing this, right? You're typing it. It's exaggerated for the means of showing you on this particular video, but yeah, you're doing this, and these practices are doing this for you. You're opening up across the chest. Okay, one more, and then I'm heading off to bed. It's nearly 10:30 here in Australia. Okay, if you own yoga blocks, highly recommend cork blocks. Super solid, super strong cork blocks. If not, very firm rubber or cork or plastic blocks, but firm ones, right? And so this is a heart opener and a chest opener, which is going to help with your shoulders, yeah? So there's two ways to do it. You can place one block between the shoulder blades, like so. So the shoulder blades are up here, it's the thoracic spine, and you'd be supporting yourself there. Some people will take it along the spine because they're able to and they're very aware of their body, but it's safer and more firmer here. So you place it like so, and then you maneuver yourself and you're like, all right, look, just give me a second. I'm just going to come down here and I'm going to start to feel when I feel this across my upper back, and I immediately landed there, right? And then I take this block and I place it at the back of my head. And I already immediately feel an expansion across the chest, an expansion across the upper arms, and also the weight of the torso pressing into the block is palpating the muscles and really texturizing that area of the body. And I would keep the feet on the mat, drop the knees into center, and open the arms out wide. So this would be a pose you could hold for, I don't know, many minutes. Many, many minutes. It's very, very opening. Heart openers, chest openers. It'll create volume in the breath. It'll create expansion at Anahata chakra. It will allow you to drop into the field of gravity and feel really supported, okay? Really engaged. So from this practice tonight, when you peel off some of these blocks, you just need to take your time and be mindful. So this practice has been about opening up the chest. It's been about warming up the shoulders and creating mobility in them. And it's been using it in a manner that can either be seated or it could be lying on your back. And I have one more pose for you because I'm about to go to bed, and I'm going to recommend this as a great pose to help you really anchor down into the earth and rest and digest. Use a firm block, place it on the mat, and I'm going to face away from you, so my head will be facing you. You lie on your back, and there's a part of your skull where the occipital ridge just is created at the end of the skull before the neck starts to occur and run down into the spinal column and down into the back body. So as you roll down, you look for that position on the body, and you take your block and you position it right in there. Why do you want to position it right in there? Well, we know what runs along this channel. This is an important superhighway of the information from in the central nervous system. And also, the weight of the world bears down on the head, and in that process, the neck muscles have to hold the head up all day. So how nice would it feel just to give the neck a release and be able to do it yourself? Not have to pay for it at a massage parlor, but be able to do this by rocking the head from left to right and then taking the hands out wide. This pose is called constructive rest pose. And I can tell you now, if you've never done it, you'll become, I wanted to say an addict, but that's probably the wrong word to use in a yoga class. Well, why not? You can become addicted to this. It's better than other things. It is one of my absolute go-to favorite poses. It calms the nervous system. It irons out some of the little creaks and nooks that are in the neck, because the weight of the head rolling from left to right and the firmness of your block is just like a massage. And you can even feel the release sometimes and hear the release. So constructive rest pose, an absolute favorite, an absolute must as regularly as you can. Thank you, everybody. Let's see. Headstand pose is very difficult. Headstand pose is very difficult indeed. My personal preference for headstand is to find props, to use props. So if you don't own what is a headstand device, and I'll show it to you here because I have one for my own personal practice. So it looks like this. And you place your head in here and you lift your entire body up, and the weight is on your shoulders, because I know we only get one neck. So when I see people flinging into headstand, no, absolute no, do not do that. That is uncontrolled, it is dangerous, and it could very likely damage your neck. One of these devices will help you. The reason I'm not demonstrating it tonight is because I'm about to go to bed. But importantly as well, I broke my toe 3 weeks ago. So when I come out, I just don't want to land on that toe in any way that could compromise my recovery. I'll show you that in a few weeks' time, but I can see that you've asked that question, so thank you very much for that. Otherwise, yeah, look, this is what's somebody else saying here? Yeah, I totally agree. And yeah, we're in the very end times, repeat and believe in Jesus. Oh, okay. Normally, what time are you going to start lives every day? I teach daily, so tomorrow morning I've got 6:45 in the morning because I'm working full-time at the moment, but I will bring some of these later night practices in as well. But if you would like to follow me on YouTube and or Facebook, all of these are recorded and sent to YouTube as well, so you can actually catch up with all my lives over there. I would like to join your live chat. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, let's do it. Every day it's on. So yeah, just follow me at all the different social medias. But yeah, it's super late. Where am I from? From Australia. Not far from Sydney. Anyway, thanks for coming on board, everybody, and I will see you in the morning, 6:45. Have a lovely evening, and I'll catch you soon. Yay, you're from Australia. There are so many of us online from Australia. Let's see. Anybody else? Headstand pose is very difficult. Been through that one. Okay, namaste, King of Kingsleys, Kimberly. Thank you so much for the follow, just as well. And Raju, yeah, I don't know what that is. Some people write funny things on here. It's like, why do you bother writing negative things, honestly? Yay, Australia. Yeah, I'm in Sydney. So, yeah. I'm in Perth. Hello, health beauty expert. Oh, wow, this is fun. Perth time is 3 hours behind. So, yeah, you're definitely not as winding down. It's 10:30 on the East Coast. Yeah. But yeah, look, I'm on all the social medias, so feel free to follow me wherever you choose. But honestly, it's easier to schedule everything through YouTube and Facebook, as funny as it sounds, but they schedule much easier. So yeah, if you want to follow me there, and everything I do here goes straight over to Facebook and YouTube for you to watch at any time. They're all live streams there. So yeah, please feel free to do that. I'm from Perth as well. Hello, Travis. It's late in Sydney. Yes, it is very late in Sydney, but I feel like more people, I don't know, you got to work hard these days. You got to hustle. So I'm going to hustle. Thank you, health beauty expert. Appreciate your input. Thank you, Nikki, as well, and thank you for the Tink and all these other people that have said things. I really appreciate it. It's much more engaging than the mornings when I just get a very early start. Namaste. Have a great night. Cheerio. Bye-bye.